Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to share with you a back patio table refresh. So this table I actually got off Facebook Marketplace for around $30, I believe, if I can remember correctly, but the tabletop is completely destroyed. So I'm going to be adding some wood to the top of it and also distressing it a lot to give it more of a rustic feel, and I'm going to share that process with you guys today, so I hope you enjoy. I'm starting off here at Lowe's, just grabbing some of these project panels. I love these. They're affordable and they're really lightweight, so it makes it really easy to maneuver if you're working on projects by yourself, which is essential for me. And then now we're here out back. We're going to go ahead and flip the table on its side, and my husband's going to help me cut the legs down on the table. Because the table does sit so high, the patio chairs that we're using it's actually a couch that we've had for a long time, and we're just going to use these chairs temporarily until we can find new patio chairs. But in order to make it work, we did have to cut the table down because it's just super awkward sitting at the little couch up against the table. It just feels like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So we're going to cut the legs down and hopefully make it fit a little bit better. Take a bath! Who wants a bath? Not me, Mom. I don't want it. Get in the tub. Come on. Get in the pool. She's like, you are not putting me in there. That's way shorter than it was supposed to be doing. You don't think so? No? Okay.
It was almost perfect.
Okay. I'm so sure. We're gonna move that. We're just gonna flip it this way.
You make me feel so damn good. You take me to the stars and the moon.
I don't know what movie that is, but something is been on my mind. This table, it looks so short. Miniature. What's up at the wood on top?
Turned out good.
Huh?
I think it turned out good.
Solid. You gonna try to sit in the little chair? Sit down and pretend you're having dinner.
It's still too hot for these chairs.
For those chairs, but like regular chairs, I mean, it's decent. With those chairs?
It's better, but it's still hot. But it'll work.
It'll work. I think I'd rather it be
Kind of happy medium for both.
for both, yeah. Because if you go any lower, it's going to be regular chairs. I really like the look of like roughed up. Do you have one of those things? Like a chisel. You don't have a chisel? So you're supposed to like gouge the wood. Because it gives it like a rustic all over the wood.
The front head and length straight, so that's what you want to do.
No, I want like chunks. Why are you looking at me like
Well, you
that?
can do that later. Let's just get them on. This one's going to be better, right? So we're going to cut those?
No, these don't have to be cut at all. We just gotta center them. These are going like as is. Hold on, I gotta flip this one. See? We just gotta get them like centered onto the table. And they're already cut and ready to go. I'm sorry. Alright, so I was trying to explain to my husband what I wanted for the tabletop. I didn't want it to be like a super smooth stained wood finish. I wanted like old barn wood style wood tabletop. I wanted it to be like that for a couple reasons. Number one, we're rough on our stuff, and I knew that with the table being outside, I know Zoe's going to jump on the table, so I wanted to go ahead and rough it up so that way if it does get any new scratches or anything like that, it's not as noticeable, especially since it's an outdoor table. So that is why I was going for that style out here. 4.5. Doing that look. I'm zooming in on that. I'm doing that. How much is it? How off is it? 1/4 of an inch? I was right. Just smile. Oh my god. I like bothering you. It makes my day. No, stay off the table. Stay down. No, Zoe. She's about to jump up there. Oh, I love it when you threats like that. Baby, it don't have to be perfect.
Hey! Come check a little bit. I think it's done.
Is that enough? Ooh, it almost headbutted.
Is that enough for the camera shot?
Yeah, I'll go.
No, we're just going to do it anymore.
That's fine. I think this is fine. I mean, we can always cut it lower too if we want. Later. Okay, so my husband's just using some black drywall screws that we had on hand. We personally love using drywall screws. I feel like they work the best. We've had no issues using these, but every time I try to buy wood screws, for some reason, we always end up stripping the screw, trying to get it in. So these work pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't recommend using these outside like in the elements, but because this patio is covered, we're not going to worry about it. And so in just a moment, we're going to attempt to damage the table and make it look like really old barnwood. And it was hilarious because we didn't know what we were doing, and it was honestly scary. Let me try it. Because I've seen people like take their like flathead. Why? Why are you laughing?
Where you want?
Gouge it! I don't know. See, that's not gonna work. We need a flathead. Hold on before you mess it up.
Hey, I think that worked pretty good.
Well, I can't do it by myself. You're fine. But see, like this. See how it's like kind of.
You're good at town.
No, you gotta help me. You gotta take your thing.
I don't know what you want.
Like, oh, what is that? Like that. Why are you laughing? I'm sorry. Don't give yourself a splinter though. And then, you know what I mean? Something like that. What are you doing?
I'm done.
If you were like really mad, this would be like perfect therapy. You know what I mean? So I know this might seem really crazy to be beating up the table, but it makes sense whenever you see the finished product. Like I said, I really wanted it to look like rough wood. I didn't want it to be a smooth finish. The whole point was to kind of disguise when it does get dirty or when it does get scratched up over time, because this is an outdoor table. Like I said earlier, Zoe, this girl lives on this table at this point. Like, I can't keep anything nice. She's like a goat. Oh, it's crazy. She jumps on everything. She just sits on everything. It's wild, but Anyway, so yeah, one thing led to another. I ended up getting out like the big power tools and trying all different types of things to try to gouge the wood and make it look rough. Eventually, I ended up settling on a drill with a bit on the front of it. It was like a paddle bit, and that worked really well at getting large chunks taken out of the wood. And then I just took this, I don't even know what kind of tool this is. It was in my husband's tool bag, and I just beat the heck out of the table and took out any frustration I had. I also got like three splinters. I didn't actually get no splinters, thankfully, but I did get some major blisters. So if you're going to do this, wear gloves. This is the moment I realized that this drill with this paddle bit on the front of it was working the best, and I pretty much just went to town on the whole table with this, just kind of scratching it, scuffing it up in all different directions. The whole point is to make it not look even, you know, it's supposed to look like old barn wood. So yeah, it took a good 30-40 minutes to get the table right, and I could probably go out there and beat it up some more, but for now, it's gonna stay because I was wore out.
My exes and me, we don't talk anymore. If we did, I think it would get pretty ugly. They made me believe love's an open door in the beginning, then they shut it pretty quickly. I thought we were good, at times even great, but apparently I was just one big mistake.
Once I got the wood roughed up quite a bit, I went in with my Craftsman battery operated sander. I absolutely love this thing, and I sanded down the table to get rid of all the rough wood. Obviously we don't want no splinters over here, so I just sanded it down as best as I could. And at this point, you may be wondering, why the heck are you wearing pink rubber gloves? And the reason was because at that point in time, my hands already had blisters, and I was scared the blisters were going to like pop open and get wood in there. I don't know what I was thinking. So I was like, you know what? This is the only gloves I can find. It's better than nothing. And it did help keep the wood off my hands a little bit. Obviously, I need to get some gloves. That's on my to-do list.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on and we'd do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, this time we're not safe and sound.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and work on staining the tabletop at this point. I got to a moment where I felt like the table was roughed up enough, so that's why I moved on to staining. The color I'm using is called October Brown by Valspar. It's a stain and sealer mix. However, I did water down the stain and sealer because the color was just a little too dark for me, and watering it down creates this color. So, obviously, since I watered it down, it's not going to be as durable of a sealer as it would be if you would have left it alone. But I love the color, and I can always seal it using polyacrylic, which I plan to do later on when it's not raining every single day. But do you see how when I'm adding the stain, how it's seeping into all those scratches and just creating this beautiful depth to the table? I feel like it just made such a difference versus just staining the tabletop. It just gives it more character. I really love how it looks. It's very rustic. I know this look is not for everyone. You could totally just skip this step and just stain the tabletop. But personally, I really wanted that worn out barnwood look. And I just, like I said earlier, I feel like it just gives it so much character.
What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. Sometimes when I'm reasoning about us, I know you got me, it's so effortless. Back to back we would carry on and do anything for what we started. But this time we could break. I'm running dry, everything's the same. We'll try tonight, this time we're not safe and sound. Not safe and sound. What if I'm no good for you? What if you're no good for me? Yeah. What if I'm no good for you?
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get the patio area cleaned up and just kind of put all the chairs back. So the 2 chairs right here are actually dining room chairs that are for my dining room, but because we just have a small round table, only 4 chairs will fit around it. So these 2 were just kind of hanging out underneath the kitchen island, but they're too short for the kitchen island, so that's why I put them out here, and they've worked great. And it actually matches the tabletop perfect, and that really wasn't even on purpose, it just happened that way. And then temporarily we're still using the sofa, like the couch chairs around the table, just to kind of fill the space because we don't have any more patio chairs. I've been on the hunt for them. I'm just looking for a really good deal before I buy anything. But for now, these actually work great, and I love the way that they look up against the table. So while we were at it, I went ahead and had my husband help me hang some more patio lights up. Now, I had these in my shed for a while, and I plugged them in. They worked fine. We got them all attached to the patio, and within a day, they stopped working. I don't know what happened. I was so bummed. We had company come over, and I was like, ooh, let me turn on the lights. I plugged them in, and they didn't work. I was so mad because they are so pretty, so I'll have to get some new ones. Or maybe it's just like one bulb is out. I don't know, but we couldn't figure it out on that night. So right now, currently, we have lights hanging up that don't even work. But I'm still going to show you guys because I had already filmed, and it looks really nice. Just make sure you get good quality lights because these did not hold up.
You're on this side, I'm on that side.
Yeah. If I don't like it, what are we gonna do? Y'all, he's such a trooper. He just puts up with all my little comments and all my things, and he does it and gets her done, and I am so thankful for that. I know I get comments every time I post videos of us working together that I must drive my husband absolutely crazy, and he must be so miserable, and we think it's hilarious when we watch or read the comments of people who are not being very nice. But I can assure you guys, we're totally joking, having a great time, doing what husband and wives do. And at the end of the day, I'm extremely thankful for him. And every time that he helps me with anything, whether that's just like cleaning up, organizing, working on a project, I'm so thankful for him. He's an amazing man, father, and husband. And I'm so incredibly grateful for him.
Walking through the snow when you're taking my hand. All of those late nights on your couch when we just talked until midnight. I just wish I could freeze this moment, babe. Weeks and months and years they pass, and I knew it wouldn't last. When tears streamed down my face, my mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away. 'Cause growing up, falling in love, giving your all might not be enough. Just trust your head and your heart. That's what my mama said. Weeks and months and years they pass.
Alright, so I'm actually going to show you a couple video clips of how the table looked this day after I was finished. But then in just a couple minutes, I'm going to share with you me creating like a Christmas tablescape. I really wanted to just add something a little bit festive to the table just to kind of spice it up a bit. So if you want to see that, make sure you stay tuned till the end. Alright, table is done. Well, kind of done. So I need your help, y'all. Let me know in the comments. So my original plan was to leave the legs the way they are because they're in great shape. Like, why even bother, you know? It was really just the top that needed to be, you know, fixed up and made more like the look I was going for out here. But now I'm not sure if I like the dark wood color with the light wood color. Like, I don't know. Is it too much of like wood variations with like all the fencing? I kind of like it. I feel like it looks like rustic. I don't know, like a little really cute little area to hang out. We got the lights up. I do like it. I just think that maybe the legs are just not the right wood color now. I'm going to sit with it though. Let y'all tell me what you think. As far as sealing it goes though, I have not sealed it yet. I am going to wait until it's not going to be raining. It's supposed to rain tonight and I think tomorrow. And with just the moisture in the air, the sealant will get totally messed up. So I'm just going to leave it as is, let it completely dry out before sealing it. But I love it. Alright, so I am going to close out this video by decorating the tabletop for Christmas. I'm going to keep it very neutral since this is outside, and also simple enough to where I don't have to worry about anything getting messed up. So I'm actually using some real garland that I got from Lowe's. I buy this every year. It's a really long garland and it's like $24. I use it for my mantle, and then the rest of the pieces I usually break up and use around the house. So I had some left over, so I'm using that across the table first, and then I'm also going to add another garland. This is actually a faux garland that I had on hand. I wanted to add it to the real garland just to give more of a realistic look. And since the faux garland that I just added to the center had some pine cones attached to it, I wanted to add a few more little Christmas picks that had pine cones along the edges just to kind of fill it out a little bit. I felt like I needed like a little pop of color, so I had these kind of like burgundy berries. So I added these. They look a little darker on camera than they actually are. They have a little bit more of a red tone to them. So I just kind of added these randomly. I only had a couple on hand, so I just tried to split them up and spread them out as best as I could. Alright, so I'm just going to finish up by adding these picks and a few candlesticks that I had on hand, and then I'm going to show you some before and afters. Alright y'all, that's going to be it for this table makeover for the back patio. We love how it turned out. I am so excited to get it sealed, and then I'm still debating on whether or not I should do the legs or leave them as is. Y'all will have to let me know your thoughts on that. But thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye y'all.